Hello and welcome to episode 6, I think. Yeah, I didn't check, but 6. I'm going to go with 6. Episode 6 of the second series of my Wenger out save. It's a big day today because I feel like I keep saying this in the beginning of every episode, but we're still under the cosh and we're still really struggling to give Arsenal any reason to let us keep our job. In the last episode I said that we will play Paris Saint-Germain in the next round of the Cup. We haven't lost a league game. We lost the FA Cup, but don't worry about that. We haven't lost in the league since January, which is good. But we drew against Tottenham. That was a perfectly acceptable result. And then we drew against PSG in the first round. But we had Grimaldo sent off after 30 minutes, and then they spent up until halftime absolutely battering us. But then Mkhitaryan managed to grab a couple of goals and really keep us in the tie. I don't know how pleased they're going to be if we lose, because obviously they want us to reach the final. We've got PSG, who are probably the biggest team left in the competition. Let's have a quick scout, see if I'm making that up. Yeah, you got PSG, Atletico Madrid, whatever they're called. They are the two biggest teams left in this competition. So really, and Grimaldo was sent off, and he's been the third best player in the competition so far. So, you know, we're not out to this. We're not 100% going to be sacked, because if we have a look at what the board are thinking, they are still apparently satisfied with my management. I don't understand how, but they are still apparently satisfied with my management. So let's just get into it and let's see what happens. So we're going to have Muslera in goals, Haisaj on the right, Lenglet on the left because he's having to cover for Grimaldo. Let's put him to a normal wing back. Is it a normal wing back on support? Mustafi and Jimenez in the middle. Ramsey and Sergey as our pretty much ever present centre midfield partnership. Correa on the left, Mkhitaryan on the right, and Kravinovic is going to play out wide as an advanced playmaker on support. And we've got Gabriel Jesus is going to play up front. Ideally, Aubameyang would be playing, but he wasn't fit, or he had a problem, or I can't really remember. But he came off against Newcastle. I think he was injured. I think he's probably back to being fit, but I didn't want to risk it. Jesus is going to be my man. I think he's going to be perfectly fine. He scored 2 in that game against Newcastle when he started out on the right, but we moved him into play up front. This team is just too good. Right, I did also want to. We also moved to counter when we had a man sent off and went 1-0 down. So I think we were a little bit better when we played counter. Well, they are missing their £130 million man Koke, but here we go. This is a team full of quality. Oh, it makes my team look rubbish. No words. My team are not rubbish. My team are distinctly okay. They are playing. Oh no. But that's not too bad, because Ozil's been looking. He's been sort of coming back to fitness. I've been bringing him on now and again, and hopefully this opportunity would be good. Or do I bring on Lacazette and move? No, we're sticking with this. I've made a commitment to Ozil now. Come on, lad. Show me that all the previous episodes where I've at some point bound to have said, actually you probably weren't in many episodes in this series, but season. Mbappe just runs past Lenglet like he's not even there. Would Grimaldo have stopped that? Would anyone have stopped that? Oh, do. This could be a sad episode, guys. I am curious to see what the board would say if we lost, but I'd rather not lose, and I'd rather win and see him say, Adam, you're a hero. Hey, hey. but that doesn't look likely to happen. We've now got to score 2. We've got Liverpool next, so it's not even a... There's a good chance that this will be a double loss episode. Ozil, Correa, get in there! What was I just saying? Come on, the lads. It was good. It was tenacious play from Jesus, who's drifted wide. He sort of gets tackled, but then he carries on. He piles the ball into the middle. Ozil with a good shot and a great save, and then Correa, quite lucky really that the keeper wasn't quicker to get up, because he hit it straight at him. But it's 1-1. We're back in the game. We do still need a goal, but as long as we're in the game with 20, 15, something like that left, then we can start to push forward. We can start telling them, listen, you've worked your proverbials off to get up there. It looks like we're going to go in half time a fairly even game. 1-0 is probably a fair result for the first half. No team had a clear-cut chance. We had 2 half chances, but I think we just tell them to keep going. No, we tell them, do it for the fans. For the fans. I don't really know what to say about the seasons 5. Being quite disappointed. I know I keep saying this in every episode, so it's probably not a surprise. But I would like a 3rd season just to see if I could right some wrongs. Maybe that's why Wenger didn't leave for so long, because he thought to himself, I've got a lot of wrongs to right. And then every year, instead of adding more wrong, instead of righting his wrongs, he just added more wrongs, which meant he had more wrongs to right, which meant he had to stay longer again. It's the vicious circle of Arsenal, I think. It's just what seems to happen when you play as Arsenal. I'm worried about this. This looks like a counter-attack. Thiago Silva, great ball from a centre-back up to Neymar, squares it across to Cavani. Doesn't really change anything. We needed to score anyway, but I would have preferred to be the team that go 2-1 up. Yeah, look at this ping from... Oh, that's a ping. Straight to the feet of Neymar. Great first touch. He just runs it to the byline. Squares it to Cavani. Pretty simple goal. Great counter-attack. My centre-halves aren't having a very good game. Ozil's now having a very good game since he's come off the bench. I'm just a rubbish manager by the looks of things. They've taken... Oh, I thought they took a centre-back off. Well, they did take a centre-back off for Carvalho, but they've moved Marquinhos back to centre-back. And here it is. He's got to be offside, is he? Ref? Ref? Was he not offside? Did we tackle it back to him? Is that what happened? Whatever happens, I'm going to have to make a change in a second, and let me have a look. Cavani dribbles it. Apparently, who are you? Who are you? Apparently you didn't fancy going to have a chat with him. First of all, we tackled him, and then second of all, there was actually someone behind him, so... Right. What an awful day for my defence to decide. I don't fancy defending today, boss. What do I do? I can't take Ozil off because he's literally... If I do this, maybe being a little bit further out wide will help. Well, we're gonna have to do something drastic, aren't we? So you come on up there. You will have to be the defender on your own. Sorry, champ. We're gonna have to go to controlled. How can you play centre back? No, you can't. I'm not bringing on a centre back. That's just stupid. You could be a complete forward on attack. I don't really like having 2 complete forwards, but or you could be a trequartista because that's something. And I guess we just give it 5-10 minutes of this. and then if we have to, we go even more attacking. This feels like a really bad idea. Ah, look, they've now... Thing is, they might not have considered sacking me if we'd lost 1-0 or if we'd just barely got beaten. This is becoming embarrassing. And it's not over. There's still 20 minutes to go. This could turn... Oh my god. I didn't actually expect it to turn into a... This could turn into a 7-1 on the day, let alone 7 on aggregate. What have I done? What have I done? I failed the tactic. Look at that. All 3 of my defenders were still on the pitch, or I'm a 6.2. Oh, do. What do you do? Oh, they're just better than me. I'm hoping the board will look at this and say PSG are the best team in the competition. Let's not be too hasty. Cavani has scored 4, 5. He scored all 5. Apparently that's what you need to do to get a 10. It's the first time I've ever seen a 10 on Football Manager 2018. Again, I wish it was for me. So yeah, back to the chat about being sacked. I was hoping that it would be a bit of a joke at the start of the series. Oh, you know, I'm rubbish, I'm gonna get sacked. Then I thought it would be a bit of a joke at the start of the season. But we're now 30 games into the league, and we're 6th or 7th. 6th, I think we're 6th. No, we're 7th. We're out to the Europa League. We're out to the FA Cup. We're out to the League Cup. So I would sack me. I don't think I'd even give me the Liverpool game. How are they? Oh, here we go. Now they're starting to think I should be performing slightly better in my role. Right, I'll be back in 3 days, hopefully, with a game against Liverpool, or I will be back before then with either a board meeting or to tell you I've been sacked. See you in a second. Right, welcome back. Yeah, 7th. We're 7th in the league. We could go above Everton today. That'd be a good thing. Would be a good thing. Or we could lose to Liverpool, become more insecure than we already are, get sacked, and never ever play Football Manager as Arsenal ever again. It could swing either way. So, you know what they say when you're in a bad bit of form? We're not really in a bad bit of form when you look at it. We haven't lost in the league since January. You know what they say? Don't change your tactic. Don't do something drastic. What have I done? I've changed I've changed my tactic. I've done something drastic. Love it. So, I've changed it up. So I've got a sweeper keeper, a back 3, 2 wing backs, 2 centre midfielders, 2 inside forwards, and a trequartista who's gonna like roam. So my thoughts are Gabriel Jesus can be a trequartista, so that's fine. I wanted to do something fancy. If I'm gonna go out, I want to go out on a purely Adam Thorne note, and this is the best way to do it, by completely bailing on the standard ways of playing football and go for something a little bit more radical. I'm hoping that when I was about to point with fingers to show what I meant. When these 2 players, the inside forwards, drift inside, these 2 complete wing backs get up. So in the end, I hope he drifts into this hole. So I'm hoping when we have the ball, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players on the attack. And when we don't have the ball, I'm hoping they move into there. They sit in there. He drops back. He comes back a little bit, and we get some form of shape. Now, started a load of team instructions. I know what they say. When you build a tactic, start with nothing and add. No, absolutely not. I've started with everything and I'm going to take off. Or leave them there, whatever. So, that's my tactic for the Arsenal team. I know what you're thinking. You're looking at the back three and you're thinking, there's no Jimenez. He's your best centre back. He came to me to moan about how we didn't win any silverware, because when I signed him I promised him, yeah, we'll win some silverware this year, thinking, oh, I'll take a League Cup or something. So yeah, he's out. So the team, is he a better sweeper keeper? No, he's actually a worse sweeper keeper. So the squad is Muslera in goals, the back three of Chambers, Mustafi, Lenglet. Youth with Mustafi as experience, love it. Grimaldo left wing back, Haisaj right wing back, ever present Ramsey, Sergey. Correa on the left, Ozil on the right, Jesus up front. What can possibly go wrong? We're going to start on control and flexible. That may get amended in the first 15-20 minutes, depending. If they're battering us, we go into counter. Maybe we take a couple of the instructions off at that point as well, but let's find out. See what's the worst that can happen. They sack me. I've been waiting for this for 6 months. We're on a good run. Go out there and impress me. 2 players seem delighted. Who are they? Yeah, good lads. There'll be a few subtle tweaks, yeah. I don't think anyone will be able to tell. They know why I've left Jimenez out. They were doing a story on it earlier. Right, so it's going to be interesting to see the shape on the team. But so far, we're 5 minutes in. They are dominating possession, which I was hoping that this tactic would have a little bit more of a possession dominance in it. But maybe they're just not fully up to speed with it yet, and they don't understand that I want them to keep possession. Mane has just skinned Lenglet. He's put the ball across. Emre Can's at the bar. Jesus has picked it up deep. That's what I want to see. And now we turn. Sergey with the ball over to Ozil. Oh, unlucky. It's not looking too bad. This could be a tactic that I try and get to work in the future, whether it's on this save or whether it's on my next save, which I still have in the making, ready for when I get sacked, because I'm now starting to say when and not if. They're surely going to sack me at the end of the year if they don't get rid of me before. Now is probably a very good time to sack a manager, unless they think I can still finish in the top 4, which is ridiculous, because that's not going to happen. So unless they think maybe do you get automatic Europa League qualification for 6th maybe? Well, I thought that went to the cup winners, unless they know that a cup. Oh, they probably know the League Cup winner by now, don't they? Oh, Emre Can's looking lively. Should we sign him? Nah, he wouldn't get in. He wouldn't get in the team instead of Sergey and Ramsey. Correa, ball over to Sergey, who's been the shining light of the season. It's worrying that one player has been the best thing about this season. Not a performance, not a group of players, just the one player. He's put a ball across. Jesus, the tactic works. The tactic works, he says after 35 minutes, because we're 1-0 up. But yeah, it's looking quite good. It all looks like it could continue to fit in the mould that I wanted to. Jesus seems to be getting up and down doing. I know Trequartista says he doesn't do defensive work, but I've got him on a high press, so I don't care if he tracks back and does his work. That doesn't bother me. But as long as he's up front and he's doing a bit of running, that's fine. Correa, play him through. Ozil, whip it in. Go on, get your head on it. Oh, Mignolet came to collect a cross. Come on, Sports Interactive. We're more realistic than this. Firmino. And then this is the kind of shape that I'm looking for. Look, we've got the 5 at the back. I know I've paused, and again I'm pointing. We've got a 5 at the back, look, and then these 2 will just sit in front. That's hope. Ah, look, and he's just played it straight through the middle of my. That couldn't have been timed any worse for me. Just as I've stopped the play to say, look, this is what I want to do. He just plays a ball through the middle. do. But, you know, Liverpool are a good team. Let's not pretend that I'm... It was all going so well for 35 minutes. It's like Liverpool were taking pity on us, and as soon as we scored, they were like, nah, mate, I'm not having it. If you want to mess about with tactics, mess about and pretend you're good against someone else. Okay, sorry Liverpool, sorry. Yeah, I expected them to keep the ball a bit better than this though. The 43% possession is not great. Like, I expect my team, if they want to be able to keep more possession than that. Even if Liverpool are trying to keep possession. We're a good team. But it's not the worst game I've seen in the world. We've come back from worse places than this. Have we? Ah, do. Right, Ramsey's coming off because he's having a stinker. Who have I got on the bench who can come on? Where's Kravinovic? There you are. Right, you'll have to go that way around. The thing is, I like Sergey when he gets forward because he's also something like my second top scorer. They still haven't had a clear-cut chance yet. They've had 6 half chances, but they're a good team. They're going to have half chances. They're going to make their own chances, whether we defend well or not. Emre Can needs to be closed down at the edge of the box as he possesses a real goal-scoring threat. Well, he hasn't scored yet, has he? He's at the bar and he's had a shot that goes over, so shut up. Shut up, assistant manager. I'm the footballing genius here. No. Right, let's do some footballing genius. Ozil, you're having a stinker. You can come off for that man Welbs. Come on, big bad Danny. And Koscielny, you can come on for Chambers. And that's all 3 of my subs. 63 minutes in. I know you're thinking, injuries, Adam. You know what I'm thinking? Who cares? Who cares? The board care. They've made that clear. Well, they haven't yet, actually. They haven't. You know, I thought they'd bring me in at that point and be like, listen, unless they're not going to bring me in again and they're just going to sack me because earlier in the season they brought me in and said, listen, you're rubbish. And I said, listen, we'll be better. And they went, alright. We have been better since then. But have we been good enough? It would have been interesting to see how we would have done in this game if we had run our normal tactic. Because I still think this has not been a bad game. I think we've played pretty well. We've done relatively well when we've had the ball. I think maybe we could do... Oh, my laptop's disagreeing with me. Shut up, man. Oh, it really is disagreeing with me. If you can hear this on the new fan, then you should be able to, the new microphone, then you should know how much it's kicking. It is kicking off. Alright, calm down now, son. Calm down. Kravinovic! Somebody finish it! Somebody finish it! Oh. It really is going for it. Oh, it's slowing down. Slowing down. Which means either this is about to crash or it's chilling out a little bit. Oh, that's just disgusting. Now it says they've had 2 clear-cut chances as well. That's just disgusting. He takes a shot. I'm pretty sure it bounces off his own player. So Gomez back to Wijnaldum, into Ricardo, who plays it into Gomez. Gomez takes a shot. It does come off his own player, bounces back to Ricardo, who runs through the gap and makes it 3-1. And on paper that looks like an absolute stuffing. 3-1. The stats probably say Liverpool were the better team, and I think when we started chasing the game is where we is where they got their clear-cut chances. So maybe what I should start doing is not chasing games, but either waiting and seeing whether they play out the way I want, or just taking 1-0, or like a 2-1, or 1-all. I've chased a couple of games where we've been in and around. Thorne's tactical gamble fails. Arsenal manager Adam Thorne brought his team's unbeaten run to an abrupt end today with a decision to gamble on a previously untested 5-2-3. Right. Before that we were on an 8-game run without losing. Right, I'm going to leave Steve Ball do that because I want to see whether they call me in on the next day. Because now seems like now's an international break. Now seems like a fantastic time to sack me. Just before we go and get hide-in from Chelsea. They haven't called me in yet. I'll go forward one more day. Maybe they don't like to do things on a Monday. Maybe they have Mondays off because they work weekends. If they don't call me in on the Tuesday, then we will have a look at when we come back. Right, they haven't, so we've not got many games left. So what I'll probably do is come back for... I'm tempted to come back for Chelsea-Leicester and just do 2 games there, and then we'll do the final 2 games of the year if I'm still in charge. Or do I skip to the final 2 games of the year and skip Chelsea-Leicester? Right, I'm going to leave that on a cliffhanger. The internet loves a cliffhanger. So yeah, you'll either come back and see Chelsea-Leicester, or I don't know, two games in this kind of period, and then if not, you'll come back and see Watford Derby. Watford Derby, 2 games we should really end the season with wins. Really, after Chelsea, we should be winning all of these games. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 6 games in a row. We should be getting 18 points. Where would 18 points take us? 18 points would give us 68 points. How many points did we have last year? This isn't the kind of stuff I should be doing in this episode, really. Last year we had 71 points. We need to win every game to meet the same amount of points that we had last year. Right. Anyway, it's been wonderful. If you've enjoyed that, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, and yeah, we'll be back next Thursday, same time, and hopefully it won't be bad news. Keep an eye on my Twitter in case I don't tweet very often, so maybe no I'm gonna tweet all the time. Keep an eye on my Twitter, ATGaming22. Follow, all that jazz. Right, but on a serious note, it's been brilliant. Thank you, and hopefully this Arsenal journey will carry on. Otherwise, new series coming up. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. Thanks very much, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra, bye.